What's up, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the CPA Zone, the podcast where we discuss tax strategies and accounting tips for entrepreneurs and real estate investors. My name is Ryan Pulis, and our company, the Pulis Group, offers tax planning and advisory services for entrepreneurs like you. Whether it's bookkeeping, tax planning, or CFO services that you're looking for, we've got you covered. Welcome to another episode of the CPA Zone. This episode is brought to you by the Pulis Group. Today, we're going to talk about how do I start a business. If you want to build wealth and lower your taxes, you should do one of two things, ideally both. 1, start a business. 2, buy real estate. Today, we're going to discuss starting a business and some of the basic steps you should follow when doing so. So this can be for your side hustle or for a business you intend to work in full time. So the first step is conduct market research. This will help you determine if there's an opportunity in the industry you're exploring. Market research will help you determine if the good or service you're offering is in demand, what the potential pricing may be, what the market size is, and what your competition is, or who your competition is. So what is your potential market? This is going to vary from business to business. An organic grocery store is going to have a much different potential market than, say, an online marketer. The grocery store requires a physical space, likely only going to serve the local area, while an online marketer simply needs a laptop and an internet connection, and they can have global reach. So spend some time learning about your market and your customers. Step 2 is write a business plan. So even if you're not taking on investors or require a very in-depth, detailed business plan, get something down in writing for yourself. Getting things down in writing is going to help you think through the details and better visualize your business. You don't need to spend a ton of time with a 50-page document with graphs and charts if that's not required, but just get something down in writing for yourself. Cover the basics such as key activities, your value proposition, how your business will make money, what your target market is, and some financial projections. Keep it clear and concise. And you can check out sba.gov for some good information on business plans. The Small Business Administration has some really great information out there that'll help you. Third step to start a business is determine the funding for your business. Decide how much capital you'll need to start the business and where it's going to come from. How are you going to keep things moving until you make your first sale and start generating revenue? Will you fund the business yourself? Will you take on investors or borrow money? A combination of these. That's what this step is. You need to take some time and decide. If you're going to take on investors or borrow money, then you may need to spend a little additional time on step 2 in developing your business plan, especially the financial projections. You want to be able to show your investors or creditors how the business will make money and generate a return for them. Step 4 is decide your business name and choose an entity type. So first, you want to select the name and verify that name is available with your state. This can generally be done by searching on your Secretary of State website or whatever the equivalent to your Secretary of State is. Here in Virginia, where we're located, it's called the Virginia State Corporation Commission. At this point, you should also determine the entity type for your business. Are you going to operate as a sole proprietor, LLC, a corporation? We covered entity types and the tax implications of each on an earlier podcast. Check that out for more information. Step 5, file your state articles. So this would be articles of incorporation if you're incorporating, or articles of organization for an LLC. Do this and register your business with the state. You may be able to do this on your own using your Secretary of State or equivalent website, but it's a good idea to consult an attorney if you're using a business entity structure such as an LLC or a corporation. The attorney is going to help ensure that you have an operating agreement or shareholder agreement in place that provides you with the asset protection. Step 6, obtain federal and state tax IDs. If you choose to operate as an LLC or corporation, or you plan to have employees, then you need to obtain an EIN, an employer identification number, from the IRS. You may also need to obtain state withholding, unemployment insurance, sales tax, property tax, and other state account numbers or IDs. Some states wrap this all up with the registration. So when you register your business, you'll have the opportunity to register for all the accounts you need. So this is another area where you probably want to seek professional advice, or if you handle it on your own, see if you can hire someone, a professional, to just look over what you did and verify you haven't missed anything. It's much better to get things right in the beginning rather than deal with issues down the line. Step 7, determine what business licenses or permits you need and apply for them. So this is going to vary based on location, so be sure to check your state and county websites or consult with a professional. Step number 8, open your bank and credit card accounts for your business. Your bank's going to ask for a copy of your state filing documents, that's your articles of organization or articles of incorporation, and your federal EIN, the employer identification number. You want to make sure you have separate bank accounts for your business. Commingling business and personal funds not only makes your accounting a nightmare, but it can also void the asset protection offered by a corporation or LLC. A decent attorney will easily pierce the corporate veil if you can't differentiate personal income and expense items from business. So you want to have a separate business account. If you're going to use a credit card, have a totally separate card for the business. Step number 9, set up a chart of accounts. Even if you're going to handle your bookkeeping in something like Excel initially, it's going to pay to have somewhere where you track your assets, liabilities, income, and expenses from day one. If your business is going to generate more than a few $1,000s a year, it's best to start off with a general ledger software right from the beginning. So you can use something like QuickBooks or QuickBooks Online. That's going to keep you organized and make your life much easier down the line. If you plan to have employees, you'll also, at this point, want to select a payroll provider. So there's Gusto, QuickBooks Online, ADP, Paychex. Those are a few examples. Payroll is one area you definitely want to outsource. I would outsource this before your bookkeeping because if you mess up payroll taxes, the IRS and the states can come after you personally. And with federal payroll taxes, you can't get out of that debt even by filing bankruptcy. So it's very important you get this right and you stay on top of paying those taxes. So to summarize, if you plan to start a business, make sure you take care of these following steps at a minimum. So it's 1, perform market research. 2, write a basic business plan. 3, determine your funding. 4, decide on a name and entity type. 5, file your state articles and register your business. 6, obtain an EIN and any state tax IDs. 7, figure out business licenses and permits and apply for those that you need. 8, open your business bank and credit card accounts. And 9, set up your chart of accounts and find a payroll provider. So that about does it for today's episode. I hope you found value in this episode. If you did, please leave a 5-star review or hit the like and subscribe button. And until next time, have a great day. So that about does it for this episode of the CPA Zone. Thanks for listening, and I hope you found something valuable that you can take away. We are taking on new clients, and if you'd like to work with us, then go to our website and fill out the client intake form on our contact page. This can be found at thepulisgroup.com/contact. That's ThePulicegroup.com/contact.